Do you remember the 1970s, 80s, and 90s lunch lady cinnamon rolls? Here they are. I made them today. They taste just as good as I remember. Are you ready? Let's go. I've scaled this version to fit this 9x13 pan. So prepare a 9x13 pan, and I'm going to use what I always use, this baking spray, because it already has flour in it. You need 6 tablespoons of warm water, about 110 degrees, it says. And into this, you need 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Okay, once you put that in there, stir it a minute, and then you want to keep it kind of warm. So I'm going to put a towel over it and let it sit 4 to 5 minutes until it gets nice and bubbly on top. In a large bowl, you need 3 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, or you can use bread flour. I just want to mention, I am following the USDA school lunchroom recipe exactly. I'm using all of the ingredients that are in the recipe card, which I will include at the end of this video. I may put it up here so you can see it on screen. 1/3 cup of instant dry milk, 3 1/2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. I made the lunch lady pizza recipe and somebody complained that I wasn't putting the sugar in with the yeast. This is what the recipe calls for. I'm making it exactly how the recipe calls for. 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. It says to blend the dry ingredients on low speed with a hand mixer for approximately 2 minutes. Yeah, I decided not to do that because it was getting all over me. Instead, I'm gonna whisk it vigorously. I talked to 3 different AIs on how to scale this recipe for home use, using home contraptions like this. I've seen content creators before where they use the Swans or Lily cake flour, and then they put it through a sifter not once but twice, and they're in that kitchen making a cake for like 4 hours. And I'm sure that it's really, really, really good and makes a big difference in how it is. But usually the people that I feed really don't care, and they wouldn't take the time to tell me that it tastes, superb. Now, if I were a chef cooking in a restaurant, absolutely I would do all that stuff. But I'm not. I'm just at home cooking for home folk. 3 1/2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of water, and mix out all together. I'm thinking this is where you need the bread hook, and I don't have one, so I'm just gonna do the best I can here. I only have 1 beater bar because 2 was making it too hard. It says to mix it on low speed for approximately 1 minute. And our yeast looks good, and it's time to add that in. Add dissolved yeast and mix on low speed with hand mixer for 2 minutes or until the mixture becomes too thick for hand mixer blades. We'll give it a try. Yeah, that's way too thick, so I'm gonna take off my rings and do this. Boys, knead dough by hand on a lightly floured surface for 10 minutes or until dough is smooth and elastic. Well, first I gotta get it all mixed up. Full disclosure, I added another tablespoon of water to it and about 1/2 tablespoon of oil because it was just way too dry. And now I think it's ready to turn out and knead for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. While I'm kneading this, I'll tell you the rest. You're supposed to place this in a warm area, about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, for 45 to 60 minutes. I've had some comments from people, our lunch ladies never made anything by hand. Well, I'm sorry for your luck. Ours did. That was in the 70s though. So maybe they stopped doing that in the 90s, but this is definitely from the 1980s USDA lunchroom recipe book. So somewhere in the United States, they were making these. I've had this bowl over on the stove top where the stove is heating up, where the oven is heating up. So it's nice and warm. Let me put a little bit of oil in there. All right, plop that down in there. a little bit more oil, put it on the top. Okay, I'm gonna put this towel over the top and I'm gonna set it over there by the oven, and I'll put it over there and I'll check it after about 40 minutes. For the filling, you need 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Just mix those all together. 1 cup of raisins, and just set it aside. Prepare the surface so that I can roll out this dough. I'm just gonna put a little bit of flour down. You're supposed to roll it into a rectangle, 1/4 inch thick. So I got my dough roller here, and I know that this is called a rolling pin. I'm a city girl, but when we lived in Appalachia, this is called a dough roller, because what does it do? It rolls dough. So let me go get the dough and I'll roll it. Roll the dough into a rectangle. Actually going to get out a measuring stick. It's called a ruler, and I'm going to measure that and make sure it's 1/4 inch thick. It's more like a half, so I'm going to have to roll it out a little bit more. Here we go. Need 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. I can't find my pastry brush, so I'm just going to do this. Just going to put that on there like that, and then use the bottom of the spoon to brush it. Like that. Sprinkle the cinnamon sugar mixture over the rectangle. There we go. I'm just gonna do that. Sprinkle the raisins over that. I know there's gonna be people that are saying, I don't want raisins. Then don't use them. I'm following the exact recipe. These were not optional. So that's just why I'm using them. And I know there'll be some people who say, well, I would have added nuts and I would have done this. Well, then do it. That's your prerogative. Make it your own. Roll the rectangle on the long side to form a long, slender roll. Wow, this dough is nice. It's gonna be big. I'm gonna try to cut this with floss. I saw another recipe that did this. This is not cinnamon or mint floss. I'm just gonna put this under here like this, and it says you can just do this and cut it. Well, look at there. Wow, it did it. Wow, that's pretty cool. Like that. You don't want them touching each other if at all possible, because they're gonna rise. So now they have to go sit over there, place in a warm area until double in size, 30 to 50 minutes. I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. I put some saran wrap over the top of these because the towel was drooping down in there and touching them. These have doubled in size. They should look like this. And now they're ready to bake. I'm gonna check them at 10 minutes. This should be 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, they're out of the oven, see? They're nice and brown. And now, I didn't put the butter on them before they went in, so now I'm gonna put butter on them now. These do not call for icing. You can put icing on yours, of course, if you want. You can put anything on yours that you want. You can put peanut butter on them. They're yours. But I'm just gonna put some butter on these. Mine were in the oven for 16 minutes total. Look at that, wow. Oh, they're so soft. You guys, this is just like the ones that we had in school in the lunchroom. You guys need to make that. Yum. As always, you can find the full recipe pinned in the comments or in the video description. Full disclosure, I did go ahead and make some icing to put on these, just a simple milk and powdered sugar icing to put on some of them, and it was really good. I hope you get to try these.